spirit must know of the prophecy. He wants my child. Joseph! I'm not the only one who's chosen for this. You have a choice. You can say you believe me and that you love me. Will you still marry me, Joseph?
I do.
I will. Yes, of course, yes.
You truly believe that this child is the chosen one? What is his name?
Jesus. I think even Fig is beginning to tolerate you.
Stop. Stop.
Hello, Al Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends, the film from last year, 2023, the musical version of the Nativity story called Journey to Bethlehem. I saw it last year, loved it, and just wanted to watch it again, and just thought I would share it. Joining me, of course, is the lovely angelic halo over her head, I am sure in real life, Netter of Netter's Network. How are you doing, my dear?
I am doing
what you
well.
drinking? Sorry, I got
It's like there's that pause. I'm doing well, and I am drinking my Meyer brand sparkling water, berry flavor. Not a sponsored stream.
right.
It should be though, as much as I mention them.
And also joining us, who is, of course, the ass in which there's the pain.
Yes.
And I last call with Troy Pacelli's Troy Pacelli, that man at the end of the bar. How are you doing, sir?
I am doing well. I was gonna say, you know, she absolutely does have a halo because she's been married to me for all these years.
She has earned her place in heaven.
She has absolutely earned a ton of treasure in heaven, no doubt about it. I am sipping on a Diet A&W tonight.
Oh, very good. Also joining us, special guest, deleted scenes, who sadly did not appear in the opening because something got messed up, and for some reason it started playing the clickety clackety projector thing. I gotta go check that out later. I don't know what happened. So yeah, the opening got a little. I told you I threw it together at the last minute, and I guess that's what happened. Sorry, deleted scenes. You did not get the rightful credit in the opening you deserved, but thank you for joining us. What you got to drink tonight?
All right. Well, I have some sweet tea here.
Wow, so do I. Got my sweet tea, and with of course the Diet Mountain Dew. Just in case I run out. Let me say hi to the chat here, see who is here. Wow, a lot of people chatting tonight. Lady Mist, thank you for joining us, the garden nymph herself. Wow, well, that's lots of popcorn, lots of food, making us hungry. Connie Cleary, the bird woman of YouTube, welcome. Thank you for joining in. Of course, me posting the Cosby link at the top, so you can watch along with us. If you are not here tonight with us, this is available on Netflix. And I think a couple other spots, but I do know in Netflix. Deleted scenes, saluting everybody and coming on in. And what's OTW mean? Is that
on the way?
Okay, I wasn't sure. That's what I thought it was, but I really wasn't sure. Curtis Selby, thank you for joining in the Tired Midnight Blogger, right? I got that right?
Yep.
Tired Midnight Blogger.
That's
okay.
correct.
Sometimes I get confused sometimes. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Welcome. Say he loved this movie. Oh, I'm so glad that someone loved it. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Of course, the Netter. Say hi to all her little sweeties out there. And of course, last call with Troy Pacelli saying hi to everyone. Going down the list. Sir Torian Clegane, welcome, sir. Welcome. JPRPH1, welcome, sir. Going down the list. And that's As Torge said, it's available on Netflix. So, An Unholy Terror is streaming one of the holiest movies of all time. Life is full of these little surprises, isn't it? I guess so. I mean, we were talking before back in the green room that, yeah, I have seen Mary, which is also on there. I didn't know this was on Netflix until I did a little investigation today. And well, I don't think Mary it's not a bad movie. It's just lacking in many areas as far as I'm concerned. But I watched this last year, did not know anything about it, just came across it on the high seas. Just saw it sitting there in a little treasure chest, and I snatched it. And I watched it. I fell in love with it because it's, it's that, you can tell from the trailer. It's like, it's kind of bouncy fun. It's got it's got Antonio Banderas as King Herod, singing and dancing. It's just a fun little film. And you said you're not sure you didn't see it, or you saw something that didn't have music and you thought that's what it was. Is that right there?
Yeah, it's like I'm not sure if it was this one or not. The pictures look familiar. So maybe I just saw adverts for it or something. So I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, if you saw this one and couldn't remember the music, I'm like, yeah, it had a lot of music in it. And Delia Scenes is joining us, not the kind of film we watched last night, which was, of course, Friday the 13th, which it seemed like everybody was having tech issues. And I guess it just like waited till today to backhand me with that opening. I got to figure that out. I got to watch what it really was. That's why it kept coming on and off at the very beginning. I was like, oh man, thankfully I did not take out the old one. Just in case. Well, I mean, I had another one. I know I did take out the old one that had deleted scenes because it was, a different way. Someone, it just needed to be changed. I thought I did that. I must have done something wrong. So that's why there was a little clickety clackety at the beginning. But yes, I'm just looking forward to. Does anybody have any thoughts before we start about the movie or in general?
I can't wait.
Yeah, I don't have any questions. I'm not going to be able to, since I've never seen it before, and I actually didn't even know about it till you, told us about it. I don't know any trivia, behind the scenes, nothing. So I don't know how much I can even contribute, but I'm going to enjoy it.
And I just realized I'm going to have to watch on Cosme myself because my thing won't open. I guess it's sat. I know what it is. My if my computer rests and I have to relog back on, it somehow makes the what am I trying to think of? The last call. There it is. The Cosme room. It doesn't let the media player open for some reason, so I have to restart. I should have done that before I got on, and I didn't. So I can't open my film, but that's why we have the Cosme link. Thankfully, that's why Troy's here. So I'll be on the Cosme link with everybody else. So, Troy, you have the control. Okay. You control the horizontal and the vertical today.
This is what I've been told. Okay, so I'm going to assume you guys are all set with the Cosme up above, and we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Make sure it works. Something's happening. I'm seeing something.
Yeah, it's a little pause at the
Sony.
Beginning. Yeah,
Sony. Okay, and I'm hearing stuff too. Okay. Affirm Films.
Affirm Films. It's a Christian, they do small, little, low budget kind of Christian films. I don't know how much budget this had or not, actually, now that I think about it. Let me see.
Monarch Media, which I believe is also a
Budget, it has $6 billion budget, made 7.8 million. So hey, made money. Nightlight.
inspired by a true story, the greatest story ever told.
Journey to Bethlehem. Milo Manheim. He's been another. Yeah, they kind of make them goofy.
Oh,
But I like that. I like it when they did the Nativity story kind of the same way. They're kind of like a little bit of a comedy relief.
so growing up, I never really understood what it was that these magi from the east would have, how would they have known about this Jewish prophecy? And then it wasn't until, actually not too terribly long ago, when someone pointed out that, they just say they're from the east. They don't say how far to the
Right.
east. And the fact is that, what's his name? Daniel was kept in Babylon, and would have had plenty of time to teach them his knowledge about so we assume that maybe these are the professional descendants of Daniel.
Yeah, I've always thought of them, because they, like in nativity sets, you always got the black one. There's usually like an Asian one.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always viewed them more as Persian.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I love that song.
She has a beautiful voice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, from this opening, I don't think I've seen this.
Yeah. I do like that they're using traditional hymns, albeit stylized.
Yeah, there are a lot of them in here. That's actually one of the reasons I bought the soundtrack. Was they have this, and there's just a couple of callbacks, but also just their other songs are just like fun, peppy. I like how they're depicting the journey. See, that looks like a Christmas card I would buy and send.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
I always try to do the three wise men or the nativity and with them in it. I couldn't quite this year.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them do. I had to buy one that has 4 different types, and one of them is wise men. Directed by Adam Anders, first directing.
This penguin episode is weird.
Yeah.
They do bring that, little modern girl power essence to it.
I actually liked when
overtly
she
so.
said, "It's because of you that I get these wild ideas or whatever." And he looks up at his wife, and his wife's like, "Well, yeah."
And now I'm going to go no time contact, and you'll never see me again.
Mhm.
I don't care what she says. His name is Dominic. They got him from Italy.
Now, the girl that plays Deborah, the taller and the darker,
Uh-huh.
is in real life married to the guy who plays Herod's son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
her donkey got out.
Antipater.
He's loose.
Yeah.
Things
See,
on the
that's how
move.
you know he's Italian. He escaped prison,
He's got an attitude. He's got a bit of an attitude. I like him.
right?
You got to keep an eye on him.
Honestly, for narrative reasons, they also kind of have to do stuff like this because,
Mhm.
The real story would be pretty boring.
Yeah,
I've chosen a husband for you. Oh, really? Yeah, he's new from Bethlehem. Okay. When do I meet him? That's basically how it would have gone.
Yeah, they can sing about how happy she should be when they're not the ones that are being forced into a marriage.
They will be forced into a marriage, though. That's just the way it goes.
Yes, but she was saying, I'm being forced to marry someone I haven't even met. I'm sure that whoever they're going to end up marrying, they've met. They grew up with.
Not sure that gives them any kind of a statistical advantage.
I like the couple having the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody had to say that line,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And I think, if I remember correctly, this was filmed in Spain.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good place for it. Would you say this High School Musical sequel?
Sound of Music.
Oh, Sound of Music. Okay.
Because they just kind of lifted her into the gazebo type
Oh,
thing.
right.
This is a Christmas episode of The Glee.
Right. Well, she is 16 going on 17.
I like that when they put that on there and when she says, I was meant for more.
Yeah.
Kind of giving her that classic Marian vision.
And everyone knows the dance steps.
I know.
That's the conceit of all musicals, isn't it? It's like, I remember my mom saying that about
Well,
somewhere
off in that city is a little devil just tap dancing away.
Yeah, right.
Everybody goes into song.
Exactly.
And boom.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. See, and that's the other element of this too. There's an element of faith, right?
Mhm.
That you know that whoever you're going to end up marrying is who God has picked for you. So it's going to work out.
He doesn't have a Technicolor dream coat. I'm out.
Wrong, Joseph.
All right.
Oh, did she finally figure out he's Joseph?
She doesn't.
Oh.
She doesn't
No.
know yet.
No.
So he's Milo
Beg your pardon.
Manheim. Cameron Manheim is his mom. If you know Cameron
Ooh.
Manheim.
Oh yeah.
Probably best known for Zombies on Disney.
Come on, you can't tell me that donkey's not Italian.
Because he got attitude.
Mm-hmm. It's Dominic the Christmas donkey. You're not going to convince me otherwise.
That donkey's going to go all crane technique on somebody before this movie's over. I know.
Probably. Very likely. I thought he was doing Indiana Jones there for a second.
I know.
It did have that similar kind of beat.
Okay, you're right. I see it is armor. But man, I'm telling you, it looked like it was real.
I'm Bob Evil.
Right. Now, am I supposed to get all bent out of shape because Antonio Banderas isn't Jewish? And you're not allowed to play a role if you're not, you know.
He's Antonio Banderas. That's all it needs to be.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
So like in the Netflix Mary, Anthony Hopkins plays Herod, and he is he's good. That's the best part of the film, really.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen Anthony Hopkins in a role that I didn't think he just stole the film, you know?
Mhm.
I rather like that line. I live to serve my king, not to be one.
Yeah.
It's good to be the king.
Yep.
That's exactly what the song is. He sings, "It's good to be king."
Maybe he knows that everyone hates his father.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's his son, Curtis.
He looks a little chunky.
It's
He's
the
a
armor he's
chunky
wearing.
boy.
It's all the armor he's wearing. See, he's wearing I don't know what he's wearing underneath that armor, but he's wearing an armor, so that's going to bulk him up.
Yeah, but it's like his stomach looks huge. Like he's got beer belly.
Wilhelm
Boy.
scream.
Was that a Wilhelm scream? Holy
Sounded
cow.
like it. Here's they pull a little bit from. I them.
It's like I'm putting my scepter in front of your face because, I'm a just little pissant.
I like his reaction to it.
Like, what?
He looked like he had fun doing this.
Oh yeah. I was just thinking about. I was reading Sir Torrens' comment about Donkey from Shrek. One other thing that I got to say, I didn't even think about it until just now, but I appreciate the fact that that's a real darn donkey.
Mhm.
It's not some kind of CGI monstrosity.
Right.
A rock ballad.
Yeah. I mean, come on, this is a great song to be able to sing,
Yeah.
I like the synchronizing,
Oh, yeah.
dancing.
So stinking good to be king.
Yeah. Okay, that was a pretty snazzy, what do you call it, number.
Raquel.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 3 daughters.
Of course, even at this point, we don't know that was Joseph.
Right.
Technically.
I think they do assume some meta knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Who's starring in it.
You know the star and everything, but the characters, don't know.
Right, right.
Yeah, well, looks aren't everything. It's like, what am I supposed to do with this thing?
I always like chain headdresses like that.
They've gotten pretty popular recently. Been seeing them in a lot of sci-fi things like Dune and whatnot.
It's like, okay, which one of you guys is my soon-to-be husband?
Sometimes there is something to be said about an arranged marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Sick. Him.
Yeah.
He was flirting with you earlier.
Wait, what?
They were betrothed to each other. What's the problem? This is a good thing.
Well, he was kind of all flirty with her.
Yeah.
So he was like flirting with another girl just a few hours before this. He didn't know that was Mary.
Right.
And she knows that he knows that wasn't Mary.
True. For anyone who walks. Hey, Nate. Yeah, I know what you mean, Nate.
She's got a point. You were flirting with me when I told you I was betrothed, and you also said you were betrothed. I can't trust you.
I mean, he's right.
We were on a break.
We
I
were
was
on a
thinking
break.
the same thing. Fred's thing. We were on a break. Was that an arrow sound?
Yeah.
Arrow through the heart? Yeah. Not so different.
Somewhere there's a rabbi going, darn it, I'm marrying somebody tonight.
Yeah.
Well, this is just a betrothal ceremony.
Right. See, and this is a little bit ironic because it's one of those be careful what you wish for. Because yeah, you are destined for more. You have no idea how much more you're destined for.
A whole lot more.
Yeah.
But it's kind of neat to see the before. We all know, Joseph and Mary had Jesus and everything. But do you ever stop to think about what was going through their heads at
Oh,
that
yeah.
time.
Oh, they got to get married. Listen to how they harmonize together.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that is great.
Like I said, I think this would make a great stage play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or musical production.
You know what? Not only that, just the way they set this up in camera, you could tell that the director was thinking stage, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, nothing's too wide focused. It's kind of very
Yeah.
intimate.
I mean, do you think that when they made this movie, they were thinking, hey, maybe this could, go to Broadway?
I'm sure someone thought it. I'm sure somebody has had to say, hey, we've got something really cool here. Why not?
Yeah.
They do look good
What
together,
happened to
though.
her chain thing
Yeah.
that she was wearing?
She took it
She
off.
took it off when she sat down.
So she left her mother's heirloom somewhere.
I'm not sure that she left it. She might have been carrying it. Do, 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 do. Okay, that beam in was really cool because it made him look like he had wings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for the Immaculate Conception.
Yeah.
Man, the Gabriel and Mary is creepy.
Okay, this guy looks way better as Gabriel than he looked in the poster. I mean, I could dig this guy. Oh well, except for that, I could totally see him as an angel. I mean, one of those, oh crap, fear not. No, 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 no. I'm fearing all right. Oh!
You're not dead.
That's what she says. Hail Mary, full of grace.
Mhm.
God's got this all figured out. Don't worry. No. Don't have time. I got to go talk to Joey. It just got me thinking. Someone should do like the Nativity if it was Italian. You know, Maria and Joey.
Maria and Joey. Well, the West Side Story kind of.
Well, okay, yeah.
And the wise men can be like, when you're a jet all the way from your
Somebody's
first
got the drone flying.
ship.
Somebody's got the drone flying out his window.
Because this prequel to the TV show Lucifer is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is a hard pill to swallow when you really
yeah,
think
it
about
is.
I like the way they portray Joseph here because Joseph had his doubts.
Yeah.
Joseph was a very much more of a key figure than people give him credit for. He just wasn't the third wheel at the nativity.
Yeah. But I also think that he was significantly older too.
Yeah,
And I don't think any of the
30s older.
dramatizations ever do that. Maybe because they think it might look creepy.
Because the thing, have you ever seen The Chosen or any of The Chosen?
No, I've heard about it though.
Yeah, I saw one scene where it was Jesus talking to Mary. They were talking about she was Mary asked him if he ever missed his father, and he jokes said which one, and
Yeah.
she kind of giggles. He goes, I know, I do miss him. Yeah, they're talking about Joseph. It's like he was such a good man.
Yeah.
It was very sweet. It was a very nice little scene. I like this song.
Yeah, I was just looking on IMDb. I don't know the names of the people involved in this, but it is very clear they understand the musical formula, you know.
Yeah.
Right song at the right place, you know, within the narrative.
And lyrics being right on
Yeah.
point.
Right.
And they got great performers to do it.
Yes. I'm getting sick and tired of the modern musicals where they cast a face that can't sing. And I will take back the things that I said about what's his name? He played the original Gladiator.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Yeah. He's a much better singer than I gave him credit for after Les Miserables. After I saw the behind the scenes and found out why everyone sounded like they, you know, had been smoking 8 packs a day for 10 years, you know, I understood. Because, and I should have known that, because I know that Hugh Jackman and what's her name, Catwoman,
Anne Hathaway
can sing, you know. So I should have known that Russell Crowe probably could too. Curtis says, but where is the diversity? Well, we had a black angel.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something. I don't think any Christian is ever going to give any grief to how you cast an angel, because we all know that's not what angels look like anyway.
Yeah, if you know what an angel really looks like, that's some heavy duty CGI you need to come up with.
That's right, yeah.
They are freaky looking. I didn't mean that, God. Sorry.
No, I mean, I think that's pretty much on point. See, I always imagined that angels were very much like, you know, the way Lovecraft describes the, you know, the elder things and so forth. Your mind can't even really fully grasp and understand what you're seeing, you know, let alone describe it.
The Visitation.
Yep.
Okay, those glasses are apocryphal.
Well, they're implying that because they're magi, they, you know, could
magic up stuff.
It's not magic. I mean, it's just
yeah,
fairly advanced.
It's like Morgan Freeman in Prince of Thieves having the telescope.
Yes, exactly. I mean, think about it. What's really apocryphal? The idea of coming up with glass, 2 little rounded pieces of glass held over your eyes by leather. It's not like it would be beyond their technical capabilities.
Okay, so it's 3 wise men and 2 chicks.
Actually, the Bible doesn't actually specify how many there were, let alone their names. It really just comes from tradition.
In case you're wondering, the tall guy is Balthazar. The one with the glasses is Melchior, and the other guy with the beard is Caspar.
I also noticed that although they go for the traditional concept of the ethnicity of the three wise men, they're not so overt about it to the point that you could imagine maybe they come from the same country or not, or doesn't really matter.
One day, even your father will understand.
Yeah. That's a great scene change.
Yep.
But I don't wanna.
I don't know if it's like the one coming up, but he's got a great song about what he's going through.
I would imagine so.
I think it is the next song, according to. I just love how they do the battle that he is going through within himself.
Oh yeah.
Dance fight.
This is already better than the Tyson Paul fight.
Well, that's not a very high bar, but you're right.
My bowel movement earlier tonight was better than that fight.
I hate thinking of that as a battle, but
It was a struggle.
I would imagine.
I'm just kidding.
Schwimmen!
You tell the angels that look at all the little twinkly sparklies.
Right.
And down he goes.
Meanwhile, to settle the Lion King.
But I like his song. I would be curious as to how they would stage it.
So I'm thinking more about, that depiction that you were just saying of his struggle.
Mhm.
And it makes me think of the story of Jacob fighting with the angel,
Mhm.
kind of just struggle with God's will, so to speak.
This is not good. So touring on Meanwhile in Snake Mountain. Yeah.
Right.
He's wearing more eyeliner than me.
Mhm. I think there were a lot of makeup was used by people in power. It was like a religious thing. Especially like you look at the Egyptians, they really use a
Oh,
lot.
sure. I know what it means.
Yes.
Well, kind of.
I'm not even gonna.
That makes sense, Curtis. That's a good
Yeah, why
title.
would he help you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He had them.
It really does come off as Snake Mountain, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I finally get to find out what myrrh is.
Wasn't it a spice?
Oh, here we go.
They're all supposed to be kings. The three wise guys.
Yeah.
He's right. That is what it was used for.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a fragrant resin
Mm.
that they used as incense. You know, what do they call it? Aromatherapy, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I like these guys. They are funny
Right.
guys.
Yeah.
Only kill one of them.
Wow. You know what? They are actually describing the actual
Yeah.
uses of them. And they're accurate. Oops.
He opens it up, things in there. Oh, Ark and Covenant. Okay.
All right. Now they're all going to melt.
No, it's whatever was in the suitcase in Pulp Fiction.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like a
Like a
king's
king's
thing.
thing. Like Harry Potter's like it's like okay, whatever.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
I suppose you then go, oi! I'm going to take a nap.
His phone scared him.
You know, interestingly, of the three gifts, gold is the only one that still holds its value. Frankincense and myrrh, cheap, but they're hardly,
Well, they were all symbols of
yes,
of what Jesus was going to mean.
right.
He was going to be the
But
gold was for king, and then I think what was it frankincense is for like his religious teaching, and then the myrrh was this symbolizes death because myrrh is used in embalming, I believe.
right. But what I was getting at was the monetary value of those items at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Frankincense and myrrh were comparable in value to gold
Oh
at the
yeah.
time. Nowadays, it's much more easily acquired, so
Mm-hmm.
not as valuable. I mean, it's not like we have a choice.
That is true.
It's like you were the king's son. Of course, we're a little nervous. Or
That's one big pile of donkey stuff.
tell me on my cell or text me. And neither one of them moved to pick up the coin.
Hey, JPRPH1. Yeah, I guess you could say they were in a manger.
And of course, then it's like, I had a dream my life would be.
Yeah, right. But you know, she won't be an unwed mother if you marry her.
Right?
Yeah, that's what he's
Just
saying.
saying.
Like, come back with me, we get married, and then you're my wife who is pregnant with my child.
Oops.
And who's going to marry you?
I mean, she's right.
Oh, right.
Right.
But he's mute, so maybe he'll get his voice back in order to perform the ceremony. That's a pretty outfit.
Right back. It's here, so we go. This using the sound.
Yeah, I've never seen this before, but I like this movie.
I'm glad. I saw this last year. I absolutely fell in love with it. They do sound good together too. I like.
Yeah. I mean, there are certain songs that Troy and I harmonize well together on.
You'll have to show us that one night.
I have to remember what songs those are that we've sung together before.
Well, this was the kind of movie Disney would have done at one time, Curtis. Aw.
And he never spoke a word. I'll be right back. Oh. Never mind it back.
He's got a really deep voice.
Like very white. A good night's sleep.
Mm.
I
It's
just
a great
recognize
point.
what that is.
I don't know if you guys brought this comment up while I was away, but Nate says, I tell you guys something. Since I've started hanging out with you people, I have happily watched some movies I would never have watched on my own.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's the fun of it.
I'm telling you, there's some movies that Big Al's introduced me to that I didn't even know existed, let alone, would have thought to watch. What was that movie with the two rednecks that are in,
Tucker and Dale.
that's the one, yes.
Tucker and Dale Fight Evil.
That was brilliant.
Well, then, I mean, I remember the Dragon movie that I had, the Russian one.
Oh, yeah.
How many people had heard of that? And I just like,
Right.
well, I thought it was a good one for
Russian
February
Dragon
Valentine's.
movie? What was this?
It's called He's a Dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Oh.
from Russia. It's kind of a play on Beauty and the Beast, medieval princess gets taken by a dragon. You find out that the dragon's actually a guy who's cursed. Or was he cursed? Oh no, he is a real dragon. He just couldn't turn into a guy. It's a good flick.
I was going to say, that's a heck of a curse. I mean, it's the kind of thing I'd be seeking after.
Yeah, I don't think it was a curse. I think he actually is just a dragon. He can turn into a human. Because he's like the last one.
If I were a king, the forest.
Okay, the son is also wearing that same chest armor,
Uh-huh.
but because his is black, it doesn't look stupid. Whereas the king, his is flesh colored and looks ridiculous.
I think that they're going for the opulence and ostentatiousness of Herod.
Mhm. Mhm. The this guy's played it's Joel Smallbone is his name. He's a member of the Christian pop duo For King and Country.
I like these dance numbers with the soldiers.
Yeah.
Mhm. I like how they're using the spears in it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And using traditional Roman spears. I like that. Meant to go all the way through a shield and then bend and weigh down the shields.
So we'll just wait here then.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can see him like, is he done? Are we done? Can we go?
It's okay. I'm no longer an unmarried woman.
We're counting people. Totally
Yeah.
random.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
I'm going to stay home. Get in here.
Petty little functionary.
Yeah. They've
Someone's
existed throughout time.
Yep, someone's got too much power and too
Yep.
big of a head.
Oh, sure she can. Women have been giving birth for centuries.
Right.
She's not as fragile and frail as you think she is.
Well, she is pretty far along. I mean, she's about to pop.
But she's still not as fragile as people
Yeah.
are making her out to be.
Oh,
I've been
no,
through it
but-
twice. It's like,
Yeah, but were
Heck,
you
I
riding? Did you have to ride a donkey for a week to go somewhere?
Well,
I was changing around furniture when I was 9 months. Rearranging the entire house by myself when I was 9 months. They call it nesting.
yeah.
I just want it to look different. And yes,
Whoops.
whenever I went somewhere, I walked. So after I had the first one and then I had like doctor's appointments, I walked to the doctor's office
Yeah,
with
I
one
like that
big
little-
controller.
Travel
Huh?
chair. That little travel chair he had.
I do feel that forgive the turn of phrase, modern audiences do have a very skewed impression of Mary traveling, especially they tend to add because of modern sensibilities about the holiday, like they're traveling through snow or something like that, which
Yeah.
of course would not
no.
be the case.
No.
No.
But yeah, traveling when pregnant, yeah, maybe not the best of circumstance, but they did it all the time. And it's not like they gave birth in hospitals either.
Mhm. Like how they overlaid
I like that, yeah.
I mean, clearly she makes it to Bethlehem. So,
Right.
she was, no, not frail by any means. She made the trip, or else this would be a very, very different story.
Yeah, true.
Women are a lot stronger than they make us out to be in these movies. Oh, she's pregnant. She can't do XYZ.
Well,
Baloney.
and I think she's learning that lesson too, right? Because she's been going through a whole lot of, I can't do this, I can't do this. Yeah, you can, and a whole lot more.
Yeah, but there's no modern medicine, and it is a different. It's a different time.
Well, that is accurate, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think another thing that people forget, and especially in a format like this where they have to squeeze down the story, there was a lot more to the details than you realize if you don't know the Old Testament prophecies. So,
well, one thing, and I mentioned it, I do want to say, like I mentioned the other day, they show her suffering the pains of birth,
right.
which theoretically, well, according to Catholic tradition anyway, she didn't, because she had been prepared. So she did, and the reason women are supposed to suffer is because of Eve and that whole thing.
Right.
But it never bothers me. But I always like, hope.
Well, I was speaking specifically of the Messiah coming out of Bethlehem, There's a reason that Bethlehem is so important. It is part of the prophecy, which makes the whole concept of having to travel because of the census, a little bit. I don't want to say ironic, but
Yeah.
The king of sheep.
The king of sheep.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have been coming from either farther away, you know?
That's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
And they didn't know where they were going.
It's because they didn't stop to ask for directions.
They didn't take that left turn at Albuquerque.
Right.
I saw like there is a movie, I forget what it's called, that focuses on the wise men's travel,
Uh-huh.
and the devil kind of tries to stop them all along the way. The devil
Sure.
is played by Ron Howard's father.
Interesting.
Rance Howard, like it's one of his final roles. And it's amazing how good of a devil he made.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I gotta look that up.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but I've got it somewhere in my hard drives.
It's like I suggest y'all hurry because he's not going to be away from that tunnel for long.
Never thought about that particular aspect of it. Why couldn't he go to his parents in Bethlehem? All these years, I never thought about that before.
Mm-hmm. No room at the end.
And that's another thing that kind of oftentimes comes up in these narratives. Like everyone was cold hearted, and it wasn't really that. The town
Ooh.
really was.
Fig to the rescue.
Right.
Yeah.
With everyone returning home because of the census, they literally did have every bed filled.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't that people were being cold. It was just, I got nowhere to put you.
Found the barn.
The movie I think you're referring to there, Al, is The Christ Slayer from 2019, which lists Rance Howard as devil as old man.
He was in a couple of them, but I think there's another one.
Okay.
Yeah, I like how they brought this in.
Yeah.
I love this whole scene.
like donkey pacing, waiting for her to give
Mhm.
birth, like the
Yeah.
old-fashioned fathers in delivery or waiting outside the delivery room.
Exactly.
See, she told you there was an angel
Yeah.
and his entourage.
I just love the imagery they pulled in there.
Right.
And there's a little lamb. Okay, she would not have had birth that fast.
Well, I think we're going to assume that it went a little bit smoother than most.
That's exactly the thing.
Okay, since she just gave birth, her stomach shouldn't still be that fat. It would have deflated like a souffle.
Oh. Oh.
Seriously, you give birth, it's like whoop, your stomach just deflates like a souffle.
Oh, the
Yeah, but we
baby.
don't got the frankincense, myrrh, and gold because we gave it to the other guy.
Well, I
They
get
got
the point.
more.
They were fairly wealthy. They didn't give it all to him.
Okay, so somebody close the door. You're letting the snow in.
Look at the paranoia sets in.
Right.
And now he's going to see the three ghosts of Christmas, past, present,
Right.
and future.
Exactly.
Oh, poopy.
Oh, I would kill you. I don't remember this being in the Bible.
Maybe a little.
Why not? Even a king can be born in not luxurious circumstances. I said, this is a totally different story than the one I know.
Mhm.
Yeah, they needed an ending.
Yeah, this is it's a little
And he
some
needs an arc.
liberties.
And he needs an arc, right?
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Right, exactly.
You're sacked. Get out.
It's like how tense that moment was.
Well, it's a very interesting take on Antipater because he does try to rise up against his father and is executed for it. Yeah, just take the meat. It does everything else. We don't want to do the song again. We already did
It
that.
fights diaper rash.
Well, yeah. Well, as a matter of fact,
Yeah, maybe. It says inflammation. It helps with inflammation.
jeez.
It's not her.
I love the wise men. I really do.
Yeah, it's an analgesic, and it is for treating rashes. I think that's intentional. They had to have said that.
It's like, now that I've had the baby is safe. Now I can kiss you as my husband. Because before that, they hadn't touched.
True.
But now they have a wagon and they can carry stuff.
Next stop, Egypt.
Well, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a creative license, you know.
You know what? As someone who really appreciates history, I appreciate them saying that.
Yep, yep.
You know,
That really, I mean, that's all you
that
need
is
to really do is say that, you know. So well, we took some
that is way
creative
better
liberties, but we
than
tried to
attacking your fans and saying, "Well, were you there? You don't know."
Mhm. Fiona Palomo. Mhm. Well, that is Journey to Bethlehem. I hope everyone enjoyed it. What'd you guys think?
I like
I really did enjoy it. Yeah, that was a
I'm
lot of
I'm
fun.
glad. I was very worried about it because, you know, it's like a musical about the birth of Jesus. What?
Well, come on,
And
it is a novel concept,
it,
but
it
it
and it,
worked.
but it worked. And I saw I like I said, I saw this last year and just I was singing the songs for days, downloaded the soundtrack. I bought the soundtrack, the hard copy, because I had to have it. Because I loved this movie. And I I penciled this in about this time last year to be the rewatch for tonight. And I
Yeah,
just what I mean, that's how long that this has been planned.
yeah,
But it just you know, just I think it's a great film for this time of year. And I think it's a great film for you know really any time really. But of course, especially this time of year because it is Christmas and all.
actually, Sir Torn makes a great point. There's two musicals about Jesus' crucifixion. Why not his birth?
Mm-hmm. That is true.
That's a great point. And Curtis asks, "How do you rate it?"
Actually, I did a review on it last year. I think I gave it 4.5, 4.5.
Nice.
Took a little off for some of the creative liberties.
Sure.
But I mean, if I really had to, if I went back, I'd probably give it a 5 because I just absolutely adored it. I love the music. I love I thought the casting was perfect.
Yeah.
It I just like I said, I could see it as a play. I could you know I would love to see a staged production of it.
Yeah. I agree.
And I hope one day maybe that comes about.
Yeah.
Until Jesus Christ is born. But like you said earlier, I like how they weave some of some more of the classic songs
Yeah.
in there. Like especially when Christ is born, that whole thing where you know Gabriel shows up and
Yeah.
you know following that's just such a powerful moment. I thought.
Well, think about it. The idea of such songs being divinely inspired. There's no reason the angels wouldn't know every one of those songs, even if
Yep,
they haven't been written on earth yet, right?
yep. Geek Flag thoroughly enjoyed it. Well, I'm glad you did.
Good.
I really am glad.
Curtis is asking, what did I think? I don't know if I would go 5 stars necessarily. I had a lot of fun with this, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of
And
it's a
they
fun.
did the whole joke with the myrrh and ran with it, which that was a lot of fun because
Yeah, that was
you have
just a
to
lot of fun.
understand. I have a bit of a history when it comes to the nativity story because I was actually in it once as one of the wise men, and I was the guy with the myrrh.
Oh, cool. So
There you go.
you're Melchior.
So basically, yeah. And although in that version he has one line and that's it.
Yeah.
But
I went to Catholic school. I never did the nativity, though I was the prophet Isaiah. I will say that for a little presentation. But that is Journey to Bethlehem. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. So Danner, what's on tap for next week?
Next week, give me one sec.
Just so everybody
It's
knows.
still up. It's just a matter of it wants to behave itself. Movies. Oh, because it's good. Wait, I want to make sure I got my dates right. Yes, next week is beginning of Christmas, so my film will be Elf.
Elf, a modern classic as well.
Yes. And then after that, I start going into the Fs.
Hey, buddy. Hope you find your dad. The narwhal. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. But of course, there's a whole big old week ahead. Of course, tomorrow, the day deleted scenes gets no rest. You got a Western tomorrow? You and Outlaw Bill?
No. The Western Cinema Sunday will return next week for Unforgiven.
Ooh, very good. I remember seeing that in the movie theater. Clint Eastwood.
Indeed. And
Is
that will...
Is that the last Western that won an Oscar? I think so. I think it might be, yeah. So that's next week, but you still got Unscripted tomorrow night?
As of right now, I do. I may have to push that back as well, but we'll see, because I got a bit of a busy day tomorrow. But if it goes as normal, I'll let everybody know.
Okay. 9 p.m. Eastern, Geeky Geezers on Age of Boomers channel, and I'm sure on Joy's channel as well. Any sneak peek about some of the stuff that's going on?
You bet. Again, a lot of gaming news and let's say gaming adjacent news. For example, we're going to talk about the early reviews for the Super Nintendo World. There's also where is it? Apparently, the Games Workshop has worked out a deal with Amazon Prime, so Warhammer 40K is going to be getting its adaptation with Henry Cavill. And we're definitely going to be talking about the lawsuit that Smash JT finds himself having to defend himself against, because that psycho Alyssa Mercante is going after him. And I'm telling you, he's, as far as gaming goes, he is on the front lines of the culture wars, and the gaming community is rallying around him. We're going to talk about that too. So that and a whole bunch of other things.
Very cool. Very cool. And no Other Side of Midnight, but returns after the new year, right?
That is the plan at present, yes.
Okay, so that leads us into Monday. You got a double feature for us?
I do, but I haven't decided on what it is yet. It's going to be Christmas related, but I want to do something a little bit different with it. So I'll let you guys know. You'll obviously see it go up when I get it put together. But regular time, 8 Central. Yeah.
TBD.
Yes.
Tuesday. Are you guys going back to Sparkwood 21?
No, deleted, are we?
Again, not 100% sure. I know right now, and I'm being a little reticent because I got something going on tomorrow that could affect what I do for the rest of the week. But
I get what you're saying,
yeah. And so right now, as of Tuesday, I have the Mystery Movie Night podcast.
Okay.
That's going to be at 7. And again, if that changes, I'll let everyone know. And then no Sparkwood 21 scheduled.
Okay.
So probably might wait another week on that one. And then, of course, after that is
Blake 7.
7.
Absolutely, absolutely. First episode of season 2 called Redemption. Blake becomes obsessed with Orak's prediction about the destruction of the Liberator. However, there are more pressing matters when the ship comes under attack by its alien creators, the System. So we're going to find out a little bit about the origin of the ship, the Liberator.
Very cool. Very cool. Wednesday, nothing. I don't think anybody's doing anything on
I don't
Wednesday.
think so.
Thursday, Netter.
Thursday, my special guest will be Kartan, the Klingon cleric.
Yep.
Oh, I hear he's a hard get.
Yeah, he's really.
I hope he does. I hope he doesn't flake out on you. You know.
She had an in with him though, so it wasn't as difficult for her. But yeah, she.
There's some jokes I could go with on that one, but I will keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. No, she started thinking about it last night when I pulled up one of my Klingon videos, and she's like, we've never really talked about that channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, we can talk about it. So
Kartan, the Klingon cleric on Thursday things. That leads us into Friday at 7 p.m. Yes, special early start for Friday night's special Films with Friends. At 7 p.m., I'll be joined by Aged Boomer as we once again head into Sherwood Forest for the next 2 episodes of Robbed of Sherwood. The episodes 3 and 4, I believe, of season 2, which is The Lord of the Trees and The Enchantment. So join us for that 7 p.m. on Friday evening, because that'll give him an hour to get ready for 10 o'clock. Last call with Troy Pacelli.
That's right. Now,
anything going on this week?
I haven't confirmed it with him, but I'm currently thinking, and I obviously will confirm that with him tomorrow before Geeky Geezers, but I'm kind of talking about our own memories of past Christmases and how Christmas was celebrated when we were kids, and some of our Christmas memories, and maybe look into the chat for them to share their Christmas memories with us.
Yeah,
too.
I'm sure we all have our little traditions or things we used to do or on Christmas morning or Christmas Eve or whatever. That'll be kind of cool to hear whatever other things that people have taken care of, kind of do at Christmas time. I love stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So that should be good. Hopefully my mouth will be healed by then, because I do want to go back. For anyone on Tuesday of this week, between 10 and noonish, please send positive thoughts my way. I have a dental appointment, and I haven't been to a dentist in a long time. So, I know there's some issues in there. I'm just hoping, a couple fillings and a good cleaning will at least get me going a little bit better. But nothing like nothing. I'm not like suffering with anything, but it's just time. But I know I hate getting him cleaned. Oh my God. But pray for me. Also getting a visit from Professor Geek on Monday. That'll be nice. But just sharing that out. But that leads us, of course, Saturday night, next Saturday, into Elf, which is a great film. And no, not Alf. As someone jokingly put, we are watching Elf on Netter's Network. If anybody is wondering, 2 weeks from tonight on my channel, it is the 28th. That's the 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 28th. We're going to be watching the original, the first, the classic Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Because why not? It takes place that time of year, and it's a good film. Have it, be nice to watch a new one. As for my channel, keep an eye out, of course, for my reviews. I've got a review up for, like I said, Mary on Netflix, F, Mary, Kill, Moana 2, It's a Wonderful Knife. I'm hoping to get War of the Rohirrim and Craven, just to see. I got to judge them myself. And I should have one up tomorrow night at some time whenever I get a chance to record it. This evening I watched Carry On with Taron Egerton, which is on Netflix. So look forward to that one tomorrow at some time, probably later in the evening, the early evening-ish time. Delia Scenes, thank you for being here tonight. It's always great to have you on here. You're always welcome. If there's ever a film that you really want to join in for, of course, are always welcome. Do you have anything else you'd like to say before I throw it to the other two?
This is I always say at the end of every show, thank you all very much for being here. Everyone who joined us in the live chat, everyone who joined us on Cosme. If you are catching up with us on the delay, remember this is available on Netflix, and it was a lot of fun. So check it out. And
let's see what
we say from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe, because this is how we win.
Mm-hmm. Troy, how anything you'd like to toss in here at the end?
Just want to say great deal of appreciation from the ass on the panel tonight. I was telling them in the chat that I actually was in a nativity play in grade school, and guess what I played? I played the donkey. So there you go. Thank you so much, everyone. Always love hanging out with you guys. Just like you guys were saying, a lot of movies I wouldn't have seen if it weren't for this community. So I had a lot of fun. I appreciate hanging out.
I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it, because I was worried. It's like so, because I felt like I had a little personal investment in it because I just loved it so much. I was like, oh, I hope everybody likes it. And I'm just so glad you guys did.
Yeah, I think that's one Troy's going to have to add to our Christmas list.
Yeah, I can work on that. Sure.
And of course, as we all know, we love you guys. You guys are so special. You're not only our pals, you are family, but no one says it better. And what rhymes with better than netter?
There you go.
Well, y'all know what I say.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well good and fun. But it's so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping the comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys, you're not our friends. You're our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. And you could be anywhere right now, and you're here. And it's so encouraging. And not just to us on the panel, but to each other in the chat. I know that I enjoy seeing each of you guys coming in and dropping comments and everything and saying hello to one another and the engagement. And I'm sure you all kind of look forward to it too. It's like, oh, so-and-so's here, and this person's here, and this person's here. And I mean, I get excited to see you guys. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the many ways that you support all of our channels. And until next time, good night and God bless.
Thank you guys. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Of course, we're getting close to Christmas. We've got those cards to get out and then shopping to get done. Got to rush out and do it. But if you do it, just stay safe. That is the main thing. So God bless you guys. Until the next time, take care. Find something fun to watch. God bless.